Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle.
Yeah.
Today, we're going deep on something that might seem a little counterintuitive for really maxing out your side hustle.
Yeah.
It's all about the power of saying no. So
Interesting.
you're probably thinking, wait a minute, isn't the key to success actually saying yes to every single opportunity that comes your way?
Right, right.
But get this. Research actually suggests that overcommitting can actually make you less productive
Oh, wow.
and less happy too.
Okay.
So how do you know when to say no, and how can that actually help your side hustle to thrive?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
It really is.
I think it's definitely a balancing act, We need to unpack a little bit of the psychology behind why we tend to overcommit in the first place, and especially when it comes to our side hustles.
Right.
We're using pasted text for this deep dive, and they really dig into this.
Okay, let's unpack it. The source material talks about 5 kind of hidden reasons we say yes way too often. And the first one that really stood out to me was seeking approval.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to want to please everyone, especially when you're first starting out.
Absolutely. And that desire to be seen as helpful or reliable can lead you down a path where you're taking on projects that don't really align with your goals, or maybe even undercharging for your services, or, just stretching yourself way too thin.
You're so worried about potentially missing out
Right.
that you just end up saying yes to everything, even if it means sacrificing your own well-being or even the quality of the work that you're putting out.
Exactly. And that can really be detrimental in the long run.
Yeah.
Imagine, you're a freelance graphic designer and you're so passionate about creating logos, but you keep saying yes to these website design projects because you don't want to disappoint these potential clients.
Right.
And you end up feeling overwhelmed, burned out, and the work that you actually love, those logo designs, they start to suffer.
Yeah, that's a side hustle nightmare.
It is. It is.
So how do we break free from this approval trap?
I think it starts with recognizing that saying no is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's about setting some healthy boundaries and really prioritizing your time and your energy.
The source material actually uses this really powerful analogy of what they call the glaucoma of commitments.
The glaucoma of commitment.
Yeah, I've got to admit, this one really hit home for me.
Yeah, what's fascinating about the glaucoma analogies, it really highlights how this happens so gradually, almost imperceptibly, right?
Right.
It's just like glaucoma slowly steals your vision without you even noticing at first.
Yeah.
All those little yeses, they accumulate until you're suddenly overwhelmed and you can't see the forest for the trees anymore.
It's hard to recognize because we adapt to that increasing workload.
And exactly.
Just like a person with glaucoma adapts to their shrinking field of vision.
You got it.
You're juggling way too many projects, working late nights, sacrificing your personal life. Maybe the quality of your work even starts to slip. And you're left wondering, how on earth did I even get here?
It's a slippery slope.
It really is.
Yeah.
So how do we start identifying those blind spots in our commitments?
Okay.
The source material mentions an exercise for this, right?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
They suggest that you actually list out all of your commitments and then just try to estimate how much time you're actually spending on each one.
Okay.
And, this isn't about being a time-tracking fanatic or anything.
Right.
It's really about developing an awareness and truly understanding where your time is actually going.
Because time is our most valuable resource.
It is.
Especially as side hustlers.
Absolutely. And it's a finite currency, so we really have to invest it wisely. Yeah. Think of it this way. Every time you say yes to something, you're actually saying no to something else.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And that something else could be working on a passion project that you've always wanted to get to. Or it could be spending time with loved ones.
Right.
Or just, taking a break to recharge.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do I know which commitments I should actually let go of? It feels like everything is important.
I hear you, and that's where the if-only list comes in.
The if-only list.
Yeah. This is where we're going to tap into our aspirations and our dreams.
Ooh, I like this part. It's like permission to daydream a little.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just take some time to really write down all the things that you wish you had time for.
Okay.
Maybe it's launching a new product line.
Right.
Maybe it's writing an ebook. Maybe it's learning a new skill. Maybe it's finally taking that long overdue vacation.
Okay, I can already feel those creative juices flowing.
Awesome.
But how does this if-only list actually help me to say no?
So here's the key. Now you have two lists, right?
Right.
You have one that shows you where your time is currently going, and you have another one that shows where you actually want it to go.
Okay.
Now comes the challenging part.
Oh.
We have to compare those lists side by side
Okay.
and make some strategic choices.
Okay. So it's about really aligning my actions with my aspirations.
Exactly.
That sounds great in theory, but what if I'm actually afraid to say no?
Mm.
What if I disappoint people?
Sure.
What if I damage relationships?
Those are all valid concerns.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to remember that saying no doesn't have to be harsh
Okay.
or confrontational.
Okay.
You can actually decline requests very gracefully and respectfully.
So instead of saying absolutely not, I'm way too busy,
Right.
I could say something like, thank you so much for thinking of me for this, but I'm not able to take on any new projects right now.
Exactly. And you can even offer alternative solutions or recommendations if it's appropriate. So you could say, I'm not available for this particular project, but I know someone who might be a great fit. Would you like me to connect you?
Okay, that's a great tip.
Yeah.
It shows that you're still being helpful, even if you're not personally taking on that commitment.
Right.
But what if people try to pressure me
Yeah.
or guilt trip me into saying yes?
It's important to stand firm in your decision.
Okay.
You don't have to over-explain yourself or give a bunch of excuses.
So just a polite but firm no is enough.
Most of the time, yes. And you'll find that as you become more comfortable setting these boundaries, people will start to respect your time and your decisions.
Okay, let's talk about the benefits of saying no
Okay.
beyond, just reducing our workload.
Yeah.
How does this actually translate into side hustle success?
So when you're not bogged down by all these unnecessary commitments,
Right.
you have so much more time and energy to focus on the tasks that are really going to move the needle in your business.
Mm-hmm.
So this means you can finally work on those passion projects from your if-only list. Okay. You can dedicate more time to things like marketing and networking, or you can just, take that much needed break to avoid burning out.
So it's not just about working less.
Right.
It's about working smarter.
Exactly. It's about intentionally choosing to invest your time
Okay.
in the activities that are truly going to align with your goals
Right.
and bring you closer to your vision.
Okay.
So maybe this means, dedicating more time to developing a new product line or refining your marketing strategy,
Right.
or maybe even just taking some online courses to enhance your skills.
It's about being intentional with our actions
Yes.
instead of just reacting to every request that comes our way.
I love that. It's about being proactive rather than reactive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as you become more discerning with your yeses,
Yes.
you'll find that you attract higher quality clients.
Right.
And projects that really resonate with your passions and expertise.
It's true because when you're so clear about your boundaries and your values, you just radiate confidence and you attract the right opportunities.
I love that. It's about creating a side hustle that's not just profitable,
Yes,
but also sustainable
exactly.
and fulfilling.
Yes, one that brings you joy and allows you to live a life that you love.
Oh, I love that. I think that's something our listeners can really connect with.
I think so too.
Building a side hustle isn't just about, making extra money. It's
Yeah.
about creating a life of freedom and flexibility.
Absolutely. It's about being in control of your time and your destiny,
Mhm.
and saying no is a crucial part of that journey.
This has been so eye-opening. I'm already thinking about some commitments that I can let go of to make space for things that truly matter.
That's fantastic. Remember, it's a process.
Yeah.
Start small,
Okay.
practice saying no gracefully,
Mhm.
and don't be afraid to just, reevaluate your commitments regularly.
This reminds me of something you said earlier.
Yeah.
Saying no can actually create opportunities for other people.
Oh, it's so true. When you step back from a commitment,
Yeah.
you might be opening the door for someone else to really shine. Maybe it's a chance for them to, gain some valuable experience
Yeah.
or develop a new skill
Right.
or even, step into a leadership role.
So it's not just about saying no to things.
Right.
It's about saying yes to growth and empowerment for ourselves and for others.
Beautifully said. It's a win-win situation.
It is. So for all you hustlers out there, we challenge you to take a good look at your commitments
Yeah.
and ask yourselves, what can I say no to this week to free up some time and energy for my side hustle and my own well-being?
It's such an important question.
It is.
Remember, saying no is not selfish or lazy.
Right.
It's a powerful act of self-care.
Yes.
And it's a strategic move that can really propel your side hustle to new heights.
And on that note, we want to remind you that we have some awesome affiliate links in our show notes for side hustles that can help you earn extra cash.
Yes.
As you know, we use those commissions to keep this channel going, so thanks for your support.
It's a great way to explore new income streams and find something that really aligns with your interests and skills.
And speaking of new skills, I'm curious, what's one thing you've learned to say no to that has made a positive impact on your life or your work?
Yeah, it's amazing how saying no can really shift our perspective
Right.
from like scarcity to abundance.
Yeah.
You know, when we let go of that fear of missing out, we open ourselves up to possibilities that we might never have even considered before.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Saying no isn't just about creating space in our schedules. It's about creating space for, growth and innovation.
But it's not always easy.
It's not.
Especially when you're so passionate about your side hustle and, you're eager to please those clients or customers.
Yeah, it takes practice and courage. But the more you exercise that no muscle,
Right.
the stronger it becomes.
It does.
And the rewards are so worth it.
They are. Speaking of rewards.
Let's talk about some practical benefits of saying no beyond just like freeing up time and reducing stress. The source material mentions something about boosting creativity.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, hell.
When we're constantly juggling multiple commitments, our minds are just cluttered and scattered.
Right.
It's really difficult to tap into that creative flow when we're constantly switching between tasks or worrying about deadlines.
So by saying no to some of those commitments, we're actually creating mental space for like inspiration and innovation to flourish.
Precisely. When you have more downtime or unscheduled time, your mind has the freedom to wander, to make connections, and to generate new ideas.
Right.
You might be surprised at the creative breakthroughs you experience when you actually give yourself permission to just be without the pressure of constantly doing.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So like giving our minds permission to just breathe and explore new possibilities.
I love that. It's a great way to think about it.
So saying no isn't just about decluttering our schedules.
Right.
It's about decluttering our minds
Yes.
and opening ourselves up to new ideas and new opportunities.
Beautifully said. It's about creating that mental and emotional space for creativity to thrive.
And I imagine that increased creativity can also lead to a greater sense of like fulfillment and purpose in our side hustles.
Absolutely. When we're engaged in work that we're passionate about and that allows us to express our creativity, we're just more likely to feel a sense of purpose and satisfaction.
Right.
And that in turn can lead to greater success and impact.
It's like a positive feedback loop.
It is.
Saying no to the things that drain our energy and distract us from our goals allows us to focus on the things that truly light us up.
It does.
And that leads to greater creativity, fulfillment, and success.
Exactly. It's about creating a side hustle that really aligns with your values,
right,
your passions, and your vision for the future.
This has been such an insightful conversation. I'm feeling inspired and empowered to start saying no.
That's great.
With more confidence and intention.
That's wonderful to hear. Remember, it's a journey and it takes practice. But with every intentional no, you're taking a step closer to creating a side hustle and a life that you truly love.
And for our listeners who are ready to start saying no to reach their side hustle goals, we've got some great resources in our show notes,
also
including links to time management tools, productivity tips, and even some inspiring stories from other successful side hustlers.
Love it. And be sure to check out our affiliate links for some fantastic side hustle ideas that can help you earn extra cash.
Yes.
We use those commissions to keep this channel running, so thanks for your support.
We appreciate you being here with us on this deep dive.
Yes.
Remember the power to create the side hustle, and the life of your dreams is in your hands.
It is, and it all starts with the power of saying no.
So go out there, set those boundaries, prioritize your passions, and watch your side hustle soar.
I love it.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to Dollar Side Hustle for more tips and inspiration on your side hustle journey.
Awesome.
Until next time, keep hustling smart. Keep hustling smart. Keep hustling.